Parshas Yisro. Welcome into the Geschmack of Art podcast. Parak Aleph, or really it's Parak Ches, Pasuk Aleph, and Parshas Yisro. Vayishma Yisro, Kayim Midian, Chaysin Moshe, Eis Kol Asher Asa, like him, Moshe, Yisrael Amai. Ki Hoitzi Hashem, as Yisrael Mitzrayim. Yisro, he heard. Vayishma Yisro is the first two words of the parasha. Zokter Ashi, what did he hear? Mashamu Ashoma Uba. What did he hear that made him come to become a ger, to become a yid? Sagt Rashi, Kriyas Yamsuf in Melchamas Amalek. It's Gemara in Zvachim and a Medrash in Mechilta. Yisro heard about all the nisim that HaKadosh Baruch Hu did for Klal Yisrael, and specifically about Kriyas Yamsuf and Melchamas Amalek. Frekt all the Bali Moser. How is it possible that Yisro, he heard this, and we know, the Medrash says, that when Kriyas Yamsuf happened, then not just the Yamsuf split, but all the water in the entire world split. If a person was drinking water in China and he was in his cup of water, the water in his cup split. And everyone knew it was because HaKadosh Baruch Hu came and was making a nace for Klal Yisrael. Everyone heard about this. It was on the cover of the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times, and people were sending it around on WhatsApp. Vayishma Yisro, but there was only one person that heard. Vayishma Yisro. Let's ask the Kasha Klar. If something happened and the whole world heard about it, how is it possible that just Yisro became a Baal Tshuva? Just Yisro? Unbelievable nisim were happening. And everyone knew that Hashem was emes. And only one person became a ger? Zakta Bali Moser. Yesh lachkar. A chakira in what it means, Vayishma Yisro. The Lashon Vayishma means Vayishama, and he heard. Two tzadim in what Vayishma means. Does Vayishma mean like Shema, like to hear, to listen, the simple understanding? I can hear something. Or does it mean Sad Beis? You hear? You understand? You're paying attention? All the Bali Moser means Vayishma. The word Shema in the Torah's dictionary means to hear. What does that mean? To pay attention to try to understand. Noisein leiv lehispoining. We see this all throughout Shulchan Aruch and throughout the Torah, time and time again. One of the most famous places that the Torah talks about listening is Shemea Ka'ina. When it comes to on Friday night, we have a mitzvah d'oraisa to make kiddush. The pasuk says zocher v'shomer. We learn that it has to be kiddush, and the Rabbanim say that we have to make it al yayin. Zok there. When I go to someone's when a person goes to someone else's house, so how are they yotzei their mitzvah making kiddush if they're just listening? We know the famous aside, zok the Rabbanim, that shemea ka'ina, because when I listen to something, if I pay attention to it, it's as if I've said it. That's how we're yotzei mitzvah of, I don't know about Shofar, but definitely the Kriyas Megillah on Purim. When I listen, I'm yotzei my mitzvah of reading as well. Now, if we're just going to say Tzad Aleph, that I'm in one ear out the other. I heard it, just like the whole world heard Kriyas Yamsuf. So what does it mean that it's like I read the Megillah, Kriyas Megillah? It's like I blew Shofar. It's like I made Kiddush. If I just in one ear out the other. But like Tzad Beis, Vayishma Yisro, he paid attention to it. So that now the Kiddush makes sense. Shemea Ka'ina, when you listen, you try to pay attention to something. Maybe I can understand now. Now it's like Ka'ina. It's like I answered. It's like I said it. Now it's like I made Kiddush. But it has to be that we paid attention to it. Famous Maisa that Rabbi Socher Fran brings about Rav Moshe Feinstein when he was sitting and learning in Camp Aguda about the koyach of paying attention to somebody, paying attention to things. About a Vayishma, the way the Torah describes it. He was writing over his Igros Moshe of Moshe Feinstein, one of the longer pieces, all the way in depth, all over Shas, all over the Midrashim, Kol HaTorah Kula, and a young kid comes over to him and says, Rav Moshe Feinstein, Rabbi, what bracha do I make on pretzels? Moshe Feinstein's in the middle of a Chuvas, Marim Shif, in Parak Dalit of Hilchis, I don't know. And someone a little kid asked him, what's the bracha on pretzels? Rav Moshe Feinstein knew the halacha. And what did Rav Moshe Feinstein do? He put his pen down, looked the kid in the eye, as Rabbi Socher Fran said, and said, how are you doing? The bracha is mezainis, have a great day. Now, all the bystanders, there was something that they thought that Rav Moshe Chaf, what it means by Yishma Yisro. It means that he could have just said mezainis and onward. But it was he took a break, he paid attention to the kid, he gave it. Nobody likes to be ignored. The Gedolim, they understood how chashuv it is to pay attention, the koyach of Vayishma. I think it's Reb Chaim Volozhiner. Yeah, it's Reb Chaim Volozhiner in Perek Hey, Mishnah Vav, when Reb Chaim Volozhiner in Pirkei Avos is talking about, it's Ruach Chaim, it's the Sefer Ruach Chaim is talking about what it means in the 48 Kinyanei of Torah, the 48 ways to acquire Torah. The second one is having an oizen shema'as, having a listening ear. And Reb Chaim Volozhiner, he goes on and on about how important it is for us to have a listening ear. If a person wants to learn Musar, a person wants to fix his midas, it's very important that he opens up a sefer. But the chush hariyah, meaning the chush of seeing, the sense of seeing something is important. But the chush hashmiyah, but when a person hears a Musar shmuz, the mitzvah says that affects us even more. The koyach of paying attention, he goes on, he brings a raya from Yeshaya and the pasuk over there, how important it is to have a listening ear. It's something that worked for Yisro. Mimela, we can go back and answer the original kasha. We're going to say the Torah's definition is different than our understanding of what our definition is of a shema, of a hearing. Shema doesn't mean to hear, just to let it go in one ear and out the other. Shema means to pay attention to try to chab. Now he's saying leiv lehispaini. That's the chayra, we can say the chilik. Why did only one person do tshuva? Everyone saw these nisim and aflois, the whole world, but only one person was a shama uba, as Rashi says. The chilek l'chayra is they all heard it, they saw it, and they moved on and they get weiter with their life. But Yisro, he took a second, tried to understand what's going on here. Oh, there's HaKadosh Baruch Hu, there's a Klal Yisrael. I want to be a part of that, and that's why he was a shama uba. This worked for Yisro, and Amit Hashem, it should work for us. We should be zeicha to pay attention to things, to give things that need a certain amount of attention. Our Torah, our shmuzin, our spouses, our people, our friends. It's such an important thing, the koyach of shmiya. We see it from this week's parsha. Shkoyach, have a great Shabbos.